Yo, Wagwan, hope you are having a great day today. In this video, well, before we get into it, I'm Jay Cartere from growonyoutube.com, teaching you how to be better at YouTube marketing, online business, and music production, all that sort of stuff. But in this video, I want to talk about, I basically just want to talk about a specific YouTuber that has given me so much value. And this individual is currently releasing a lot of content specifically for, creatives, people who are trying to be online entrepreneurs, that sort of stuff. And the content that he's releasing is it's just amazing. It's so insightful, and I really don't want you to miss out on it, basically. So I'm talking about Roberto Blake, and I just want to say a big thank you to Roberto Blake. I've never made a video like this before, but I believe that it's necessary. Now that I've got the time, because I've been able to, do these unedited videos, I think might as well share my thoughts on it. But basically, Roberto Blake is someone who makes content for creative entrepreneurs and basically helps, teach creatives how to make money from what they're trying to do. The same thing that I'm basically trying to do. And I'm doing this now and trying to help other people because Roberto Blake inspired me and gave me the information that I needed to actually pursue what I wanted to pursue and to know that it was possible. Now, I believe I found Roberto Blake's channel back in maybe 2016, maybe at the beginning of 2016. I'm not 100% sure. Don't quote me on that. But I remember he had a lot of videos, about, how to make passive income, affiliate marketing, these sorts of things. How to use Photoshop, blah, blah, blah. A bunch of great videos that helped me when I needed them, innit? And the big thing that I got from Roberto Blake's channel and just Roberto Blake as a person is that it was possible because he is, a black guy online on YouTube. Generally, when you search for, information, you just, a white guy pops up in it. So it's nice to see that someone that looked like me was on this thing and making it work for themselves. So that was a great inspiration to me and allowed me to overcome that barrier and know that it was possible for me. And he opened my mind up to the possibilities of what could possibly be done. Before I watched his videos, I thought affiliate marketing it just weren't gonna work out for me, innit? That's just what I thought. And honestly, his videos on affiliate marketing didn't get too deep into the things that I needed to learn, but it made me know that it was possible. And then through trial and error, I figured out how to make it work for myself, innit? But without Roberto Blake, without Roberto Blake's channel, I don't know where I'd be right about now. I don't know. I really don't know. I'm trying to think, where would I be right about now? Because I'm trying to think what specific information did I get from Roberto Blake that then springboarded me to go into, different directions and try different things. But I just want to say a big thank you to Roberto Blake. I want to say a big thank you to you if you're watching this. I doubt you're watching this, but if you're watching this, a big thank you to you, and I really appreciate what you do, and I super appreciate the content that you're putting out. I do need to preface this and say I haven't paid for any of Roberto Blake's courses or been in his memberships or anything like that. Everything that I've gotten from Roberto Blake has been from his free content, and he just puts so much value out there that if you want to be a creative entrepreneur and you want to succeed online, basically, it's a channel worth checking out, and I'll definitely link it below. But the reason I'm making this video, the bigger reason, more than just to say thank you, because I could have DM'd him and said thank you, innit? The big reason that I'm making this video is because Roberto Blake he's going really hard with his podcast. I think he launched it ages ago, but now he's getting on the grind, and he's putting out episodes of the podcast, I believe, on a weekly basis. And I think the past 3 episodes are really, really important and really, really impactful for anyone that wants to pursue this, online entrepreneurship or creative entrepreneurship life, because he's really going deep into the mindset and the things that you need to know, basically, the things that even if you have all these strategy and you have all the actionable tips, These are the things that you really need to understand in order to succeed online. And that's kind of what I'm trying to give you in these videos, and put out more of that type of content, and especially my emails and all that sort of stuff. But he's gone into like, he's done like hour-long podcasts, isn't it? So he's gone into real depth, and the insight that he provides is just beautiful. He says things that I want to say, but just haven't thought about the way to say them, basically, I believe. And I really want you to go and check out the new episodes of his podcast. I think there's like 3. And I believe that they're going to help you out a lot if you're interested in pursuing online endeavors as a creative or as an entrepreneur, because the mindset behind this stuff is so important. Like, the actions, knowing what to do, very, very important. 100% important. If you don't know how to do that, you're done, innit? Like, obviously you can figure it out, but it'll take ages. You need to know that stuff. But without the mindset, without knowing, without changing the way you approach things and changing the way you think about life, changing the way you think about creativity, changing the way you think about sales, changing the way you think about, motivation, changing the way you think about building an audience, changing the way you think, the way you approach life, it makes all the difference. Because the truth is, probably for you up until this point, you've been surrounded by people who have a really limited scope on life. And if you haven't been surrounded by entrepreneurs and creative people, then you won't really have your mind open to the possibilities that are out there, because no one's given you that information. And that's where I was. Like, everyone around me was like, go get a job, because that's what they knew. They were trying to, get me to live the mediocre life that they were living, because that is what they knew was possible. They didn't know that anything else was possible. It wasn't like they wanted the worst for me. Generally, like some people online, when they say get a real job, that's because they want you to be miserable like them. But, I'm talking about my family or friends who are around me. They just thought that this was the path. You go to college, you go to uni, you go get a job, and that is what you do. And then you live your life doing that. And if you have anything that you enjoy, anything that you actually want to do with your life, that's the stuff that you do on your weekends, isn't it? I knew that I didn't want to live that life, and I saw that it was possible because a rapper by the name of Chip, I think he's Chip now, he was Chipmunk back then, he went to my school, innit? He went to my school, so I saw that it was possible that you can become a musician. And that's what I thought was the way out. I thought, yo, let's get signed, innit? Like, this is what I want to get signed. But I was just waiting for someone to save me in that scenario. I wanted someone else to come down and save me from my scenario, and save me from my surroundings. I didn't know how to make it happen myself, and it took a lot of trial and error, a lot of soul searching and realizing what I actually want out of life and all that sort of stuff, and a lot of hard work for me to get to the point where I'm at right about now. But Roberto Blake definitely was a domino on the way there. I highly suggest you check out his channel. He's got a lot of great stuff over there, and definitely please check out the podcast, man. Don't skip this, yeah? Don't listen to this video and be like, I'll get around to it. Please listen to what my guy's saying in his podcast. There's a lot of great information in there that's really going to help shape your mind in the right direction that you need to be in order to, find success. And I know a lot of stuff that you might hear at this point in your life, you might not be able to, take it in and be like, okay, this is the way to go. You probably be skeptical and fair enough. I understand that. I think I was skeptical back then as well, when I wasn't in a position where I wanted to be in life. But if you just ask yourself, what if this guy's telling you the truth? Like, what if this is legit? Then you move like that. You move forward with that what if, and you apply these things, and you try to find your specific purpose. You stop thinking about, you need to have an audience for the sake of having an audience. You start thinking about what you can do personally that provides value, and who you can serve with that value. And once you focus your mind around that, and you focus your life around that, you focus all your endeavors around that, instead of, because what most people are doing, they're just insecure, so they want people to love them. That is generally what most creatives are on. Like the type of people who are in the comments being like, yo, how do I get more subscribers? That sort of thing. Like real creatives, they want to create, innit? But there are some people out there who are just insecure and they just want people to like them. And they just want numbers. They want to be able to say, I've got this many subscribers and that sort of stuff. And if that's you, then, you know, do your thing in it. This channel ain't for you. I'm not for you. But if that's what you want, the way to get that is to actually provide value to people. Like, that's how you get there. You get people caring about you and wanting to watch your content and being invested in you when you give people what they want or what they need and you provide value to people. And that is the path there, whether you like it or not. That is the path there. If you're just sitting around thinking about you, no one cares. No one cares except for you and your mother. That's the only people who care about you, yeah? Everyone else in the world cares about them, yeah? I think people are way too self-important. Let me just rant for a little bit. People are way too self-important. They think they're the most important thing in the world. And you are, to you. You're the most important thing in the world to you. But once you realize that other people have other lives, then you kind of put things in perspective. You are just one person out of billions on this planet Earth that's in this big ass universe, yeah? You don't matter to the universe, innit? You don't matter at all, yeah? So when BS happens to you, it's not the universe saying, yo, deal with this BS and we'll see what happens on the other end. It's just BS happening to you, innit? So you either keep it moving or you sit around in your sympathy and nothing happens, innit? It's up to you, basically. And too many people think that their opinion and what they feel and, you know, everything about them is the most important thing in the world, and it's not. It's not. You cannot be trying to put the way you feel or your opinions or your morals onto other people. That is the worst thing, and I see it happening all the time. That's why you find people super upset on the internet, being like, getting super offended at stuff because it's something that they don't like. When I see something that I don't like, do you know what I do? I scroll past. You never hear me talk about it. Why would I? To give it more attention? That is stupid. Doesn't make any sense logically, does it? That's how it is. And I understand that other people like different things. Just because I don't like something doesn't mean that that thing shouldn't exist. And that's how a lot of people approach things. You'll see people, if you've been creating for a while, you'll see people comment on your videos and be like, nah, you should do this. And what they're really saying is, you should do what I like. You should do what I like because I'm important and everything is for me. I want you to tailor what you're doing for me. But, you know, that's a whole different conversation. I just want to get you away from that, yeah? Stop feeling super self-important. You're not important, yeah? You are important to you and the people around you, but in the grand scheme of things, you are very unimportant. And I think that's it's a tough pill to swallow, but it's the truth. It's the truth, baby. Like, it's just what it is. No one cares. No one cares about you unless you make them care. And to make them care, you need to provide value. You need to make yourself valuable. And that's what this channel is all about. And that's why I recommended Roberto Blake's channel, because it's going to help you do that as well. Going to teach you some things in terms of, like, he's got a bunch of videos on freelancing, even done videos on taxes and that sort of stuff. Like, a lot of great content over there. But definitely check out those podcast episodes, because I really want to get your mind right. Now, if you haven't already signed up to my email list, then I've got a free course in the description below that'll teach you the 5 most important steps to YouTube success, the 5 steps that I took to be able to, you know, put myself in a financially free position to be able to chase whatever I want to do, not worry about views, not worry about AdSense money, which is the worst way to make money. So yeah, go download that. I mean, no, it's not a download. It's a course. You have to go through it. You don't download it. It doesn't actually take up any memory, but go sign up for that, go through the free course, and you'll also be added to my daily email list where I'm just dropping the gems, sending out information that'll help you get to where you want to get to, sharing stories from my own experience, letting you know the real, basically. Just giving you the real, cuz that's what we do right now, giving you the real. Jump in my inner circle, get on the email list now, and I'll see you in the next video. Also, before you go, I guess we might as well do a question of the day today, innit? Because I don't think I did it in my last video. Question of the day: did you know about Roberto Blake's channel before I made this video? I think that's a very interesting question, and if so, what of his content are you most interested in? Do you like the most? That sort of stuff, yeah? Let me know in the comment section down below. Peace out. I'll see you next time. B.